Hi everyone. Before we have today's Bible story, I want you to think about the most precious thing that you own, the thing that you love the most. Maybe it's something special that somebody's given you, maybe it's a toy, maybe it's a piece of jewellery, or maybe it's a favourite picture. I don't know what it is, but have a think for a minute. What is the most precious thing that you own? Because today in our Bible story we're going to find out about a man who wanted to buy something that was very precious. Now, can you remember what a parable is? Yeah, it's a story that Jesus tells us to help us understand more about him and about heaven. So today's Bible parable is called The Precious Pearl. And I'm going to read it to you and show you the pictures. Here is a man who buys and sells things. He's called a merchant. He has a fine fur coat and a felt hat with a floppy feather. It is his favourite. He lives in a really big house. It has 5 floors and a fish pond and a fountain in the front garden. The merchant has everything he wants. He has 15 rooms filled with furniture. He has 4 freezers full of food and 3 fridges full of fizzy drinks. And there is more money under his mattress than you could ever imagine. Much more. Yes, the merchant has everything he wants. Until one day in a shop window he sees something special. It is a wonderful white pearl. £500,000, says the man in the shop. It is even more money than the merchant has under his mattress, but he wants that pearl more than anything in the world. So he hurries home. He has a plan. He sells all his furniture, his fridges and his freezers full of food. He sells his house, his fountain and his fish pond. He sells his fine fur coat, but the felt hat with the floppy feather he keeps because it's his favourite. He borrows a wheelbarrow and he bundles all the money into it. Off to the shop he trundles to go and buy that pearl. Oh dear, he is £6 short. Sell me your hat for £6, says the man in the shop. The merchant laughs. He hands the man his hat and he takes the pearl. Hooray, the pearl is at last his. You know, Jesus says God is like the merchant's pearl. It costs everything to know him, but he is worth more than anything in the world. So Jesus wants us to give up things, doesn't he, to follow him? So I don't know, if you think about the most precious thing that you own, well, Jesus wants him to be more precious than even that. So if you give your life to Jesus, that's a wonderful thing, isn't it? And he wants us to give up everything we do that's wrong. And sometimes it's hard to be a Christian. And sometimes it's hard because we have to make different choices and things aren't always easy. And God says it's sometimes difficult. But you know what? To have eternal life in heaven with Jesus is a wonderful thing. So think about today's story and remember that Jesus says, God is like the merchant's pearl. It costs everything to know him, but he is worth more than anything in the world. Bye-bye. I'll see you next week.